Ladies and gentlemen, I got just taken away on a wave of acoustic excellence. Sometimes a guitar just grabs you and takes you by the nostril hairs sometimes, in this instance. Gibson Montana J-35. First introduced back in 1936, ladies and gentlemen. It's a heck of a long time ago. They do things on this guitar that are usually reserved for very expensive morsels indeed. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm all about saving money. You know why? Because kids are expensive. So if you've taken to reproduction, this may be your axe of choice. What? Anyway, let's talk about some of the specifics of this bold weapon of sonic excellence and gratuitous glory. It's got a nitrocellulose lacquer finish. What does that mean? Tone. In layman's terms, it's a thick goop that lets the wood breathe, which brings the power to the people. That means tone, I think. Solid Sitka spruce top. That's a good sounding tone wood right there, ladies and gentlemen. I asked Mr. Sitka himself when he made the woods. He said, you know what, it's a good one. Scalloped advanced bracing. You know what that means? It means there's a big X in here that's used with scallop bracing, and they move it a little bit forward so this back cavity here is open so that the breezes of tone can blow unencumbered by the forces of the night. Solid genuine mahogany back and sides and neck. It's not some kind of faux mahogany. No, listener, it's the genuine real McCoy. Unbelievable. What? Neck to body dovetail, neck joint made with high glue. This alone is a very expensive process, ladies and gentlemen, which transfers the vibrative, not a word, but it is now, tone thing, technical terms, from the body and the neck, working together with the glue made from a bunch of horses that were already dead. They were not slain for the purpose of this guitar, okay? Just so we're clear. Fury lovers. Anyway, so the hide glue is very important for the transference of tone, and it's a very expensive process, and it's used on this guitar, which is not that expensive. What? Vintage J-35 neck profile for a comfy playing experience. I have to say, I play guitars all diggity doggone day here at Wildwood when I come out for these excursions. And I play electrics all day. You get to an acoustic, sometimes you'll be like, These Montana guitars are set up for battle from the get-go. You can grab them, and the neck shapes and the way that they're set up, I'm telling you what, very conducive for sword play. So do battle. One-piece rosewood fingerboard and a one-piece rosewood bridge. Groovy. You got your nickel vintage tuners with cream buttons. That's old school, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Plus, I think it looks sexy. You know what I'm saying? Say what? And you got your fire stripe pickguard. This is old school. As a matter of fact, the first guitar ever apparently on national television, this is what I've heard from a reliable source who's sitting over here, is that the first guitar ever on national television was a Gibson acoustic that had this same style of pickguard on it. So it is old school, and it is snap crack a lacking. Again, a technical term. So it should also be mentioned that these guitars all come with a high quality acoustic pickup that is selected to match the individual tonal characteristics of the guitar. So in other words, there isn't one generic pickup that goes in every Gibson Montana guitar. They check out the frequency responses of the individual instruments and pick out a pickup that is conducive to reflecting those in the electrical environment. Right? Can you dig it? That's the power of caffeine, ladies and gentlemen. So just to round it up, Schweinel, the J-35 is a glorious, I'm going to say relatively inexpensive guitar that has a lot of appointments that more expensive guitars have. And it's great for the body style, shape, and so on and so forth. It's good for finger picking. It's good for strumming. Good for traversing. Good for... be great for recording, where it would sit right in the right place in the mix where you could hear everything that's going on without the low end farting everything out. That's a technical term. So just a great workhorse guitar that's not horribly expensive, but yet gives you lots of bang for the buck, or lots of bangs for the buck. That sounded dirty. All right, cats, we'll see you on the flippity flop.